Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully, everybody is awake. Good morning, Mr. Sats. Glad to have you. Welcome to June 24th, 2020 pre markets. All right. Let's maybe just wait a couple of minutes here, a minute here or there, and we're gonna get going to another day of discovery in the US markets. Hello, we welcome Miss Carol and all of the fans and the traders who are currently awake in early or mid-evening in Singapore, where it's currently 8:49 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Mr. Pitti, my closest neighbor by by distance and by many other affiliations. It is currently 9:49 a.m. in Buenos Aires, 10:50 p.m. in Sydney, Australia, and we are broadcasting live from Southern California, where we are 10 minutes away from 6 a.m. Pacific time. All right, everybody. Well, let's dive into this. Right now, we should be seeing. So let's go to the markets first, as we usually do. So, what does the market view has in store for us today? All right. SPY is down minus 0.6 and hovering just above 310. I got to tell you, I have not looked at pre-market since yesterday, or futures or anything like that. So I discovered an hour ago or so, just okay, we were trending down, and I can tell you that the German index was down over 2% or so. Let's see where it currently stands as we are 40 minutes away from the open here of the US markets. Okay, it's recovering slightly. It was down down as minus 2.5%, I think, or 2.3%. Now it's only down by minus 1.3 at 12,294. On the economic calendar, we do not really have that much going on. Typically Wednesday, I know that some people asked about it last time. So yes, we're providing an economic calendar. Absolutely, that's something that we keep you appraised on. So on Wednesday, every Wednesday of the week, you have the U.S. Crude oil inventory. So that usually affects SPY a little bit. So meaning that at 10:30 Eastern, you always see like a small shift. I wouldn't pay that much attention lately. Before, when the markets in past years usually be an uptick depending on how the crude oil inventory. The stock that are going to be impacted by that typically are all stock, right? They will usually have a spike up or down typically, and the ETF XOP, it's one that I remember in the past. When I go into my trading journal, well, almost like, hey, you could really have a nice day trade off of XOP in the 2 hours after those numbers came. Now XOP tanked, and the reverse split it, right? So now XOP is trading at 55 of the like. I haven't really focused recently on trading XOP, because what I find out is that we can take a look at XOP. All of a sudden, after the split, the option really got just crazy in terms of the spread. So for me, it was like trading. I mean, I don't know about anybody's appetite, but I do not really entertain trading big spread on. Actually, they are not bad on here. It's just, I mean, just that this implied volatility used to be much lower. And actually, I'm looking at the July 2nd one. So you see, that's tells you. Okay, so these are the type of spread. Granted, this is when the market is off. So a lot of stock, when the market is off, is closed, you just see a huge delta between the bid and the ask, right? That's what we are calling the spread on the option. So yeah, I've been shying away from XOP. Typically, recently in trading alts, I think I brought this up, right? The Oxy of the world, the HAL, Halliburton. So okay, you see a difference, for instance, 5 cent spread. That's doable versus the ETF itself. I think has Halliburton or XOM for that matter. Yeah, I mean it's hit and miss depending on what market makers what game they were playing. So yeah, that's the only thing or major item that we have on the economic agenda for today at 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific for those on the west coast of the US and of Canada, like folks in Vancouver, Surrey, Barnaby. Yes, Vancouver used to be a good neighborhood of mine. Long story for another day. So back to our at the market on here. I want to bring what's it? There's an item on here, market view. So the Qs. I received an email yesterday from a gentleman. I'm not sure that person is trading with us. It's just somebody. A lot of people email me, obviously, from the interaction on YouTube. So on Flow Algo, they pointed out that there was this massive print on SQQ, and the person is new to Flow Algo, so they were inquiring about that. So I answered the questions. Pretty much the questions was on the tap. What's the meaning of somebody who's trading? In their case, they assume that somebody bought SQQ, but somebody could have actually been. Those print came yesterday. Somebody could have actually shorted SQQ, right? So we don't know. The only thing is that there's an interest in SQQ, which for us, in terms of education, since I think most of you have access to Flow and Go, SQQ is the 3 times inverse of QQQ, meaning that SQQ will go up when QQQ is going down. So those print, they were at $7.50, I believe. So $7.50. I cannot speculate of the direction of the market on here or anything, as you know, but it's very interesting to see over the next week or so, as we've closed the month on here, what's going to happen on that. So definitely, because QQQ by nature is the one of the index that has really been, I don't know, very resilient. It's a nice way to put it in this bear market. I don't know if we're in a bear market where QQQ is trading at all-time high, folks. Okay, so if QQQ is trading at all-time high and people have interest in SQQ, okay, so if they could be shorting SQQ, in which case QQQ is going to be posting higher highs. That's one way to look at it. But I would like to get the opinion of my friend Pity. Mr. Pity specializes in this type of situation. So later on, hopefully he will be sharing with us, or he can share with us. He's on live this morning. So great pleasure to have him with us. So he can enlighten us on the potential direction of people and institution getting heavily interested in SQQ. In any case, QQQ this morning at this time, about 32 minutes to the opening bell, is trading at 248.25, which is all-time high, but it's slightly down minus 0.3%, 2% from yesterday close. The other ETFs on here very quickly. The XLF is down minus 1% to mirror the Russell 2K. As we know, those two are correlated. And IWM is currently down minus 0.9%. While the all that we just talked about, XOP, is down minus 1.4%. So look for movement. If so, we are interested in trading all company, I wouldn't. I will wait for that new crude inventory data to come at 10:30 Eastern, and then move from that. All right. Thank you, Mr. Sat. $13 million purchase of SQQ. It's only worth $7.5 per stock, so so it's cheap. But 13 million of it, that's a lot of shares. So it's 752 was the close yesterday, and obviously in pre-market, just to illustrate which that we are doing, I'm looking at my phone screen on here. So it's always going to be, so if this one is negative, right? So for newcomers, SQQ is going to be 3 times positive in the reverse direction. So it definitely it's very difficult for any trader to stay away from the tech. Yesterday, our good friends Mr. Spark City who was celebrating on in the pre-markets Apple, which is like the main part. I think Apple had some upgrade yesterday. That could have been one reason why it was going up. But really, the only stock that have been moving Monday to Tuesday because the market has been in sideways really are the techs. So let's see what today's bring, and another day, another adventure. All right, so let's maybe reset as we see that we have 8 people coming. So welcome to Successful Trading. This is pre-market analysis on June the 24th. And it's people catching us from London, or if somebody can be watching this from London, it's where it's currently just a tad bit before 2 p.m. in the afternoon. In Osaka, it's approaching 10 p.m. and in Paris, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. We are here in Southern California. We have traders from Singapore. We have traders from very close by us here in Southern California. We have traders. I haven't seen Mr. Olivier from Paris in a while, so I may reach out to him today. And we have traders throughout the United States. The one piece of development, I'm not sure if that's of any impact to the traders who are here, but at least I think I spent the couple of hours yesterday providing an international version of the website, meaning it's just a plugin, if you will, that the user on Successful Trading now, they can select the language that they want. I am fully aware that the translation that Google Translate use can never capture the essence of any language. But in this time of technology, I gave it a try to see. So if you take a look at it on the website, especially my international audience, as you're catching this broadcast on YouTube, give us some feedback on Successful Trading. What you think of Google Translate's ability to relay the information that we're trying to convey from English to your native language. That's really something that I'm passionate about, and if the technology permits, I will try as much as possible to make sure that I reach and I help all of those. I've seen the some of the query. I see query in German. I have, for instance, analytics showing the number of people from even Eastern Europe or even recently South America who are interested in this content. So that's the reason why I did that. So that's a side note on here. Okay, very good. So back to our affairs. If we go and take a look at our broader watch list of stocks that are here, what's new on here? All right. So well, folks, another day and another opportunity for IQ to go down, right? It seems as if, and on top of the RCL, Royal Caribbean, I remember I'd say that every single day, it's either on the top end, whatever top end of this. So we have just like really out of this, maybe 30 stock, a handful of stock that which that are green. Amazon being one of them. So again, the text flexing the muscle. You see? All of these here are tech company that's except this one that's are keeping the index afloat. That's what has been going on. So with those prints on SQQ, very interesting to see what's going to transpire in the next few days here as we close the month. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up. And for people who may have questions or charts that they want us to take a look at, and we will gladly do that here as we usually do. So the floor is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, while we wait for that, let's maybe take a look at let's see. I didn't even look at it to be frank. So let's take a look. I switch screen on here and go to Trading View and bring. So where does SPY stand currently? There was something we were monitoring last time. So we were monitoring the direction of. So this is the chart for SPY, the daily chart for SPY, and we were monitoring the direction of the exponential moving average 8 period as it has begun over the last 10 days or 7 days on here to close the gap to the exponential moving average 8 period, because we have said that the crossing of those two usually gives us an early direction of for the market. Here, for instance, this was the crossover here as the 8th period, the exponential moving average 8 period was closing in into the longer moving average, and upon crossing of it we had a nice bullish run on here. So the question was here that on this day, on June 11, which seems so far removed now, when QQ SPY closed below both the exponential moving average 20 period and 8 period, what would have happened? We have rebounded ever since, but really this has been a sideways feast of any kind. Yesterday, the action yesterday, wow, head fakes after head fakes after head fakes. So not sure what to expect. So yesterday, this is what happened, right? So this candle, for instance, major trapping of the bears, because for 30 minutes, each candle is 15 minutes. So for 30 minutes, it did that, and then keep on doing this, and then this again. It was just like, wow. So for me at the time, I was looking at this action on here. So inside of this box. So because that was the previous Tuesday, right? So yeah, the question then would be, oh yeah, I mean, somebody could have asked me that. Hey, Telex, how did the put scalping Tuesday go yesterday? Put scalping Tuesday yesterday was a sideways feast, because uh, really, I don't know what this one here. Yeah, toward the end, the last 90 minutes or so, the last hour or so, but I mean, sheesh. So this morning we are starting around 310. Okay, okay. Good luck, folks. There's no clear direction to SPY since the 16th, because really it has been range bound, right? So if we go to 310 today, are they going to come and fully close this gap? It doesn't even a gap, because we have come down before. So it's one of those times in the market where really a sense of the lack of clear direction. In contrast, here's QQQ. Yeah, the 15 minutes paint a picture, but it's higher highs, folks. Higher highs, pretty much has been the constant the constant undoing here. Yeah, it closed bearishly yesterday from 250 to give less than 2 points. So no big deal. And this morning starting at 248. So okay, a quick close of the gap, and then what? Some of the stock on there, as you know, right? The leader is here's Apple. You want to see that on a daily chart to just show you how extended this market is. Well, this market, this specific market. By market, I mean the tech. This is this is the run since April for Apple. So the month of April for the market as a whole was bullish, but then Apple really just took off since reaching 300. It came back retest, and then from there, where will it stop? I mean, it's coming back from a technical perspective. Every time that it does that, it comes back retest. So, hey, could that be an idea that it's a retest of the exponential moving average 8 period being installed, especially after yesterday gap? This candle, it's one of those candles at the end. I mean, it's But I mean, the top was sold off. The top was sold off. So it's interesting. So it's very, very interesting what's going to transpire today. If anybody knows, please let us know. We can definitely use guidance onto any specific direction. Okay, folks. Well, it's 6:10, 9:10. We're about 20 minutes to the open. If there are no questions, I will give everybody 20 minutes of their time back so that each and everyone can reset and be fully prepared to tackle on this wild seesaw Wednesday. Yeah, so typically on Wednesday, for those who care about patterns, we see highs, we see lows. So depend on which one you want to trade and your preference, right? So the range usually tends to broaden up on Wednesday. Not sure which direction they're gonna go next, but that's why we're here. Whatever we see as set up, we will jump in, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, we call it a day. Cash is actually, it's a position. I like to remind certain traders about that. Yeah, cash is not a bad position to be in, because when you have cash at hand on your account, opportunity are bound to arise, and then you are in a very suitable position, no pun intended, to take advantage of those opportunities. So with that in mind, we bid you adieu for now, and we will reconvene tomorrow, God willing, same place, same actors, or many more. Thank you, everybody, and we'll catch you in the Discord room throughout the day. Bye-bye.